What is up, guys? It's an impromptu live stream because, as the description says, I am just bored as hell. Fuck all to do. Watched a bit of TV. Week off work. Getting a bit bored now. I'm just sitting around the house, and I thought, fuck it, just do a live stream for 30 minutes or so. Because what else is there to do? Really? Watched watched the latest episodes of Child's Play. Not Child's Play. Chucky. Watched 2 and 3 this afternoon. Just not feeling it at all. It's just not as good as season 1, in my opinion. Maybe it'll pick up, but yeah, just not really down with that whole boarding school like setup. Just not appealing to me. So yeah, it is what it is. But what you guys up to, DJ? What's up, man? Not go to Liverpool game? No, I can't afford to go to football. Too expensive now. Normal people like me with my wage, no chance. It's got to be like super rich now to be going to watching teams like Liverpool play. It's just totally out of my price range. Sean, what's up? Why not watch? Why not? I have rewatched it. I'm not rewatching it a third time. My opinion hasn't really changed on that film. Just doesn't do it for me. Maybe 10 years from now, I'll look at it in a new light, but I doubt it. It just seems to me that the people who are defending the film are really, really, really going out of their way to defend it. It's almost like they can't accept the fact that people don't like the film. And I know there's people on the other side of the spectrum who don't like the film, who can't understand how people like the film, but it seems to be even more vocal on the other side, like constantly trying to justify that its existence as a good film, and each to their own. But I mean, it just seems to be like they're really, really, really trying to. It almost feels like they're trying to convince themselves that it's a good film, and just completely being blindsided by the obvious faults of the film. Like I've said before, and I'll say it. I'll just reiterate: Laurie's arc in this film is back to front. She should have started 2018 with the PTS, not with the sorry. Should have started 2018 the way she starts ends. She's got on with life. She's had a daughter, a granddaughter. Michael's been locked up for 40 years. He's still locked up at the beginning of 2018. And yet she's this crazy sort of like almost, those types of people who, especially in the States, preppers, they call them, where they're preparing for like the end of times and they've got like a nuclear bunker and things like that. It's almost like that sort of setup, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. And yet 4 years later, Michael's come back, wiped out half the town, murdered their own daughter, and she's just like happy-go-lucky, having like nice little conversations in the grocery store with like somebody who they never even really develop him anymore and any further in the film. The love interest, I can't even remember his name. Yeah, it's just very, very strange to me, the way they handled Laurie. And I'd say Corey should have been introduced in 2018. He should have had that one-on-one with Michael in 2018, and then he should have slowly start to unwind mentally and emotionally as the trilogy progresses. But no, we throw him in the third film, and okay, we get like this 3-year gap between the events of what happens to him with killing the kid and all that, and then meeting Michael, and then within minutes he's just turned into a complete psychopath. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But it is what it is. I mean, we'll probably get another Halloween movie in another 5 years maybe, but I don't know. It's just the whole thing for me was just a complete mess. Big T says, can't wait for Halloween never ends next year. Why is just caught up? Sean says, I'm just sorting out some things, need to fix Blu-ray collection. Sean agrees, yeah. Some people saying it's good or one of the best. To me, that's just crazy talk. It's not even. I mean, I'd argue that the trilogy just gets worse. I'd say Kills has got the high points in terms of the best, the best violence, the best gore, and the best introduction. 2018 probably plot wise makes more sense, apart from Laurie, obviously at the beginning. But in terms of the way the structure of the movie plays well, at the finale of 2018 is the best. So you've got elements of 2018, like the finale, are the best of the trilogy. With Kills has got the best beginning of the trilogy. Ends hasn't really got any of that. It's just got a forced storyline, which doesn't make any sense. So, I mean, for me to pick in terms of those last three films, I'd probably go 2018 Kills, then Ends. But on a different day, I might say Kills, then 2018, then Ends. And in terms of, does this film match up to? Obviously, it doesn't come close to the original. In my opinion, doesn't come close to 2. Now, I don't think 2 is a perfect film by any stretch of the imagination, but it's certainly, maybe I'm biased because it's got watching that as a kid, and I've not had the luxury of watching Ends as a kid. But for me, it's just got that. It feels like a Halloween film far more than Ends does. I like Michael in it. Maybe not much as Nick Castle, but I still like him. I love The Mask. There's less Laurie, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. 3 is way better than this film. Love 3. And I understand the 3 got hate back in the day. But 3 got hate back in the day more because there was virtually there was no Michael in it. Whereas people are saying that Ends, people who like Ends are saying Ends isn't that great. Sorry. People who like Ends are saying that the people who don't like Ends don't like it because it's less Michael. That's only one of the reasons. There's numerous other reasons as to why this film doesn't work for me and a lot of other people. It's not just the fact that there's less Michael. If that was the case, I wouldn't love Halloween 3. Halloween 3 is a legitimately well-made, well-acted, great movie. I think a lot of people would rather it didn't fall under the Halloween umbrella and was just its own thing, which it is, really. Halloween 4 is far better than this film. Halloween 5, Halloween 5 is not a great film by any stretch of the imagination. 6 is its own thing again. 6 is kind of, some people hate 6, some people love it, and you've got the producer's cut as well. I still prefer 6 over Ends, although I do see it's got some pretty major flaws. H2O, I'm not the biggest fan of H2O, but I certainly think Jamie Lee Curtis is far more likable in that film. I think it's a far more realistic portrayal of somebody who's gone through shit 20 years previously and has come through it. She's obviously got a drink problem, but she's still holding things together. She's the principal of a very, very good school. So she's certainly managing to keep things together. Some respect, since she's in a relationship as well. She's had a child. It's a pretty bloodless affair, like H2O. It does lack that sort of bloodiness to it that we get in a lot of the other films. But obviously, Resurrection is better than Ends. Obviously, Ends is better than Resurrection. I think I'm not going to be that cruel on Ends, but I do prefer it to the Rob Zombie movies. But it still does leave the majority of the movies of the 13, of the other 12. The majority of them for me are better than Ends. Without shadow of a doubt. Matthew, what's up, Matt? I must be hitting that nice time zone for Australia, because I don't think I've seen you in my chat before, but that's usually because I live stream midnight UK time. So maybe this is just nice for you. Having said that, isn't it like ridiculously early in the morning in Australia? Anyway, Matthew says, haven't seen Halloween Ends yet, but just seen bits of it on YouTube. The kills and end in the film don't look good. Yeah, if I was you, I'd just wait for it to drop on it. Mind you, it's if you've got, how does it work in Australia? I mean, is Peacock a worldwide thing, or is Peacock just region specific? I mean, in Australia, do you watch it on Peacock, or is there another streaming service who is showing it? I don't really know. Because Peacock's not really that sort of It's not really a thing in the UK, is it? I mean, I don't even know if it's Peacock. I mean, I watched it on the cinema, so I don't know if it's Peacock even streaming it in the UK. What's up, Gareth? Gareth's in the chat. Video Tasties. If anybody's yet to vote on JT's YouTube channel, on his he's obviously current YouTuber of the month. Gareth is up for this month's award. So if you like what Gareth does over at Video Tasties, if you're not subscribed to him, go over. Great guy. Live streams every single day, more or less. So yeah, go and vote for Gareth. There are other nominees available as well, but I'm biased. Big T says, Mike, I'm telling you, due to the events that took place at Ends, they're going to try to give themselves a loophole and say that it wasn't Michael who saw that demise. Nothing would surprise me. But I do think they'll resort back to something different now. I think they'll go back to maybe go back to the 70s, maybe go back to the 80s, maybe go back to a time before Michael. Maybe they'll try and explain something away the way they did with the Thorn trilogy. I don't know. It's going to come back eventually. I wouldn't mind a TV show. I did go into some detail about how I'd do a TV show in a stream last week, which I'm not going to go into again. But yeah, I just think that that's the logical route to go now, especially with streaming services. We've got this Chucky TV show now. Obviously, they may even go down that route with Hellraiser. Now we've had the movie. Which I actually quite enjoyed, the Hellraiser movie. I was expecting it to be horrible, but it was actually half decent. Sean says 5 and 6 suck. Yeah, I still look at 5 through kind of nostalgic eyes because 89 was just, 89 was, I was 13, so 12 going on 13. So that movie coming out at that time just kind of like appeals to me. But yeah, when you watch it back, it's definitely got some major problems. Horrible mask as well. I think H2O had the best Laurie and Michael fight. Yeah, well, I mean, it's certainly. I mean, I do like the end of 2018. That kind of felt like what should have been the finale of Ends, really. But yeah, I do like the fight in H2O. I do find, what's the name? Is it LL Cool J? He's slightly annoying in that film. but overall, I mean, and the Californian setting as well, that's the one other little thing that sort of like just puts me off a little bit, that film, is the Californian setting. Sean says, I'd rather watch Busta Rhymes doing martial arts than watch Corey. I was watching it back, the opening again, and Corey just reminds me of Leonard from The Big Bang Theory. He's just got this, it's just something about him. But Big T says it's 1 p.m. here. Well, I wasn't sure when I went live. I thought, anybody in America, it's like not really. Is anybody going to be jumping on board from the States? But so DJ saw it on HD, saw it in HD today. Big T says Peacock is extremely hit or miss. As I say, Peacock is just like, who are Peacock? Who owns them? Like, what else have they got on their service? Is it worth subscribing to them? Because with the amount of different like providers now, like what did they bring to the table in terms of value for money? Okay, they get exclusive access to Halloween, but like, what else are they showing really? If you've got Prime and you've got Netflix and you've got like Shudder, are you really gonna place down another $10, £10, whatever, for another streaming service? Matthew says it's 3:29 in the morning in South Australia. Can't sleep and got Netflix and Tubi. That's it's nice to know that you get Tubi. We don't get fucking Tubi in the UK. That's the one I really would love to get Tubi, because it's obviously it's free. We get something called Plex, which is just 99% shit, 1% gold. And you really have to sort of just search through the rubbish on Plex to get the decent stuff. I mean, they've got things like House of the Devil. I did watch Hobo with a Shotgun on Plex the other day as well. They got like some of the they got the Innkeepers from Ty West as well. So they got a few Ty West movies on there. But by and large, Plex just has the worst of the worst. The sort of movies like House Shark, things like that. Big T says the thing with Peacock that a lot of people don't know is that Universal hardly owns any of their own property, which is why they're so behind the Halloween franchise. Okay, I didn't know that. Big T, Sean, what's your thoughts on Paramount Plus? Because Paramount Plus, is that another one you have to pay for in the UK? I don't even know. Like, I kind of flip-flop between Netflix, Shudder, and Amazon Prime. So it's kind of one or the other. And then quite often you get Amazon Prime are quite good. They quite often, if you cancel on them, they'll try and tempt you back with like a free trial. What usually happens with Amazon Prime is I'll get some sort of 3 months trial, a month's trial for free. Cancel. Then I'll buy something off Amazon, and they'll offer me the opportunity of getting it Amazon Prime like a reduced rate, like something like $3.99 for a month. So I'll take them up on that. Then I'll cancel again. A couple of months later, I'll buy something off Amazon Prime, and then they'll come back. So they keep trying to tempt you back in. And I suppose their logic is if they can't get you permanently, if you're at least paying £4 for a month, it's no skin off their nose. It's nothing to them, really. It's a $1 trillion company. But yeah, and if I'm not with Prime, then it's usually Netflix. Just kind of watch whatever they've got to put out, and then it's to Shudder, watch some of their stuff, but never stay with one. It's a bit like changing internet providers or energy providers. It's just go with where the good stuff is, and then move on. Exhaust that, move on. But yeah, I definitely. So might have to move over to Shudder next, because they've got a few good things. I mean, VHS 99. I think, is that on Shudder? I'm not entirely sure. I might just have to watch that on the old torrents. On the old torrents, I think, because I really want to see that. And I feel, I mean, it's not great. Oh, Bunny Army, what's up, Bunny? Bunny, where have you been, Bunny? I was just thinking the other day, I've been doing, the last month or so, I was like, where's Bunny been? Because Bunny was like always in the chat, and then Bunny just disappeared. I was getting a bit concerned. So maybe I could start doing some like afternoon streams as well, because if people are not being able to catch these midnight streams as much as they'd like, then to be fair, this is just a one-off, really, because like I say, usually I'd be in work on a Saturday till 5 o'clock, and then coming in from work, the last thing I want to do is, do a live stream. All I want to do is really chill out and just maybe watch a bit of TV. But I've been chilling out all day, so I thought, you know what, just spend an hour, just jump on, and just see what's going on. Tubi awesome, got lots of video nasties on it and comedy, action, and more. Yeah, people in the States always go on about how good Tubi is, and I'm just like, oh man, why can't we have that? I don't understand why the UK doesn't have it if Australia's got it as well. My Paramount Plus got a lot of Viacom stuff, such as MTV, so they have the new seasons of Beavis and Butthead. Is Beavis and Butthead still going? I thought Beavis and Butthead ended in like 2000 or something. Mind you, it's been a long time since I watched MTV. I remember when MTV used to play music videos. Sorry, let's just go back up. I think I've missed. Also, Paramount Plus has my favorite TV show at the moment, Yellowstone. Yeah, a lot of people raving about that. I've not seen it. I don't tend to watch too many TV shows because I just feel if I'm working TV shows, then if I'm watching TV shows, that's time I could be spent watching movies. And just like there's a lot of investment for a TV show. If you catch it late, if you get into a TV show 4 years down the line, especially American shows where it's like 45-minute episodes and there's like 5 seasons, I could only imagine somebody trying to catch The Walking Dead now, starting from episode 1. you'll be there until next century trying to catch up on all those episodes. And then they've got all the spin-offs as well. That TV show, just the mind boggles how people are still watching that. Bunny's been working 10-hour days, but it's nice to see you on board, man. Sean says, so mate, you see, yeah, I did. I watched it. I actually commented on it. Hayden's like appeared. He's come out of hibernation and made a video. I think I mentioned something on Discord about it. To might have been to Big T. I can't remember. Big T or someone. One of the other guys. I can't remember. Just talking about the those 2020 live streams with Jay and just the chaos that ensued in some of those live streams. Yellowstone's so good. I did catch. Highly recommend Clerks. I've watched Clerks 3, Big T. I wasn't as big a fan of it as some of the other. I know. I saw Jonathan's stream with. I think it was Dan. I can't remember. It was Jay maybe, but they really liked it. I wasn't as keen on it. Only because I just loved the first one so much. I do like 2 as well, but it's just sad seeing them get, because it's just I don't really see them in anything apart from the Clerks films. I don't even know if they do anything other than the Clerks films really, but they just get older and older, and it's just sad seeing them like 50 years old, and it's just makes me more aware of my own sort of mortality and getting older, because I've kind of grew up with those films. I mean, they're a bit older than me, but it's watching Clerks as a teenager, and then Clerks 2 as somebody's like 30-year-old, maybe 29, and then watching this now as someone who's like in the mid-40s. Gareth says, did you watch the Batman? And if so, were you distracted by the filming locations? I've not seen the Batman yet. For some reason, I've not been drawn to it the way I was the Joker. But yeah, I mean, if anybody's not aware, the Batman, a lot of the filming locations were in Liverpool. Liverpool stood in for Gotham in quite a lot of the scenes. So yeah, it is a bit distracting, I suppose, when you watch a film and it's meant to be a fictional place and you see something which is something that is in your hometown. Because I think Captain America: Winter Soldier was filmed in Liverpool as well. So it kind of stands in for New York a lot, certain parts of the city centre. So I think that's why they use it. And it's a lot cheaper to film in Liverpool than it is in New York. A lot cheaper. Sean says, I didn't notice it. It looked like how Gotham should look. Yeah, I mean, sorry guys, just give me a minute. I'm just gonna have to go away. Just give me 2 seconds. Sorry, guys, I've got to go. Unfortunately, one of the downfalls of live stream in the middle of the afternoon. Wife's turned up and needs me to go and do some shit. So, if anyone jumped on, thank you. This was only meant to be a 30-minute time killer anyway. Well, thank you for everyone who jumped on. Bunny, thanks for jumping on. Thanks to see you again. Gareth, Sean, Big T, Matthew, DJ. I think I've got everyone. But anyway, thank you guys, and I will see you on Monday night, I think. If not Monday night, then definitely Tuesday night. Bye.